Another little video update, not much done, but there's a few things that I've actually sorted out. First of all, the VEMS unit, which is the ECU, the sports ECU, that's going back to Hungary. Originally when I set it up, I'd wired the idle control valve, the fuel vapor charcoal return valve, and the variable chamber valve directly to the ECU as per the Aldi ECU. The VEMS, however, has got a little stepper chip which operates these valves, and it was not man enough. They now do an upgrade using FETs or IGBTs, which are basically heavy duty solid state relays, and they'll be able to take the strain of operating these valves. It's what happens is when the valve the solenoid is energized, when it's de-energized, that energy has to go somewhere, and what it does, it's like a spike and a surge, and it throws back and then just literally blows the chip up. So there'll be flyback protection to prevent all this as well. We have the new battery box, which is made of alloy and painted black. That's all done, as well as the battery. You've seen the size of the battery, fits in there quite nicely. The gear linkage cables, they're all done as well. They're in, they operate quite nicely with the original Toyota little rubber boots. They just slide in and out, but they just look alright. I've also sprayed the header tank black. There was too much alloy or shiny metal in the engine bay, and it just looked a little bit out of place, so to make it look a little bit neater, I've sprayed it black, and I'm quite happy with that. As you can see from various bits of the picture, the exhaust is now placed in, ready for the engine to be started up. You can see it's quite a simple system. It's direct as possible, so it goes flexi pipe onto the 200 cell high flow cat, which is just about passes an MOT. It's made so it does, but it's literally on the limit, and then goes into the large silencer. That sort of gives you an idea of the size of it. Same as the other side. This, what it does, the little tricks, you have the V8 going in, it mixes all the gases up, and then gives you a very tight sound, raspy, coming out the 4 ports, or 4 exhaust tailpipes. The tailpipes are anti-resonator, so basically it makes everything sound very clean instead of a bit, I don't know, maybe, well, it is loud, but not too loud, although it is very loud. So that's that bit. The air conditioning, all the pipe work is all done. That's just another thing. That's the vacuum accumulator. On the changeover valve on the ports, which is the chamber there, it needs a lot of vacuum, so that's where the vacuum is collected. When the valve opens, it shoots to the chamber and twists there's like a tube which has got air vents in it, and it goes one way or the other. Low revs, it's a long chamber. High revs switches it round to bring it to a short chamber, and it's all down to torque velocity, that's all. It improves the efficiency of the engine, like the torque output. Can't really see much, unfortunately, but there's a lot of work gone into making sure that it's the air conditioning pipes are all done. I've tested them up to 2 bar. I've got a mate who's going to come and charge it all up just to make sure it all works okay. Next part now is sorting out my rear suspension. The gas shocks, as good as they are, they've got too much travel on them. So as it stands now, it's on full travel, and it allows the suspension to sit too high up or low down, whichever way you want to sit. Those wishbones and that rear tie bar is supposed to be just horizontal, and there's too much travel, so what I've got to do is reduce the travel. Also, I've got to reduce the travel up, or I should say put a bump stop in, because I can't move that. This is the amount of travel I've got on the top wishbone, and what I've got to do is I've got to reduce that. Now that is in now, and we've got all this extension throughout here. So what only might be maybe a 2-inch Travelier ends up being about 6 inches or 5 inches Travelier. So I'm not worried about that. I just need to put a bump stop in on the shocker. So what I've done, the one that's not on the car, I've stripped down, and just to see how it works. So you've got the inner rod, and then you've got the obviously the valve system for the rebound, and then luckily enough, which I found out when I stripped it down, this is the bump stop. So all I've got to do, or travel stop, all I've got to do is just polish those welds out and bring it up a bit further. And then what I'm going to do for the bump stop on the car is I've got a piece of solid nylon bar about 40mm round, and I'm going to drill out 22mm or wherever this is, and then that will act as a solid bump stop. It will still have the foam like cleaner and stop on it, but that will prevent it going down too far. This is, you know, obviously what a gas shock is made of. You've got the outer shaft tube, mounting bracket for the MR2. I'm not happy about this finish. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this powder coated up to the screw thread, so this will all be black. And when they do the sandblasting or bead blasting, they get rid of all this crappy old rust. I've got some new stickers, so I'll put some new stickers on it. That's yours come out of it. This is the inner shaft, which has got the oil lip seal to prevent any oil coming out. And you've got the dust cleaner, which is that prevents any dust getting into the oil or the tube chamber. I will leave all this here, I won't touch it. So that's my next stop. I'll have to wait about 4 weeks for the ECU to come back, so I'll move on to this plant. So at least I'm doing something all the time. And that's it really. Update finished.